Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Sunbird. Okay, I want to start off with a quick sketch for myself. Just to make sure I get everything in here. And, ooh, you know what? To make sure I don't make it too big, because I already started to do that. I already started to make her too tall. And I got to remember her headdress, you know, because that's the coolest thing about her, right? Let's see. Maybe something like that. That'll give me this room. And I know you can't see this. This is mostly for me. This is to make sure that I have room for everything. And I'll start off. Well, I'll use a sharpie in a second to make sure that we have everything. But first, I'm going to use this pencil to make sure that I leave myself room for everything, because you know, there's a lot of detail. Well, there's a lot of cool color in this one, and that's what I want to make sure I get right, because I was drawing it too high, and I was going to lose some of that. So I'm going to make sure that I have all that in here. So it's a little tall. I'm going to bring the shoulders down a little bit. That's what the sketch is for. I sketched it up way too tall here, so her shoulders are up by her ears. We don't want that. We're gonna make it a little nicer, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna have her hands just out like this. Maybe, let's see, maybe. How do I want to do this? One hand out, thumb like this, finger, finger, finger. That'll work. Okay, there's one hand. Let me just do the other one real fast. I think same thing. We'll do the hands out, because she's that little. I mean, her name's, you know, Sunbird, so we need some kind of like, you know, hands out, birds out, wings out, that kind of pose, right? One leg back like this. And color is going to pretty much take care of this one, because her outfit is pretty much like leggings, you know, so we don't have to worry too much about the color we add to it, or the detail. Sorry, while I'm drawing, I'm kind of forgetting and thinking out loud. The detail, because a lot of it is like a legging that is the shape of her body, and the color will take care of the rest of it. Okay, we'll draw a shirt like that. Arm. Okay, I think we're about ready to go ahead and get started. And let me double check real fast in our picture. Yeah, we'll just do something like that. Okay, I'm going to switch over to a Sharpie. You're welcome to continue with the pencil or use a Sharpie like I am. I'm going to just add tiny detail with the Sharpie pen, because this Sharpie is too big for this kind of stuff. So first I'm going to start off with the eyes. I'm going to draw the mask eyes to give me a base of what I'm going to do. Okay, then I'm going to draw the little almond eyes. This is what I like to call them. Like that. Uh-oh. Kind of lost some detail there. But that's okay, because I can recover. Okay. And let's see. So now I'm going to draw the nose of like the bird mask. And there's another layer right underneath it. And that's why I kind of wanted to switch over to the Sharpie, because some of this stuff is way too detailed for the big Sharpie to do. So I'm going to draw the rest of her mask. I'll loop it like that. and then add just a little bit more detail up here because the big Sharpie is going to come into play. And kind of make it up like this. There's specific detail to it, but I'm kind of making it up on my own. Okay, so I'm going to thicken up some of these lines because when I add that other Sharpie, it's going to look a little weird compared to how thin these lines are. So I'm just starting to build on this, and then the rest of it can go off that. So I think I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie from here. I'm just going to add a few more tiny things like her lips and these little details, and then if I add the big Sharpie, it'll start to stand out of thick versus thin and still look pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw her smile like that. And that gives me access to her bottom lip and then the top lip. Okay, that'll work like this, and I guess we'll go ahead and just do her face since we're using this sharp Sharpie. And come up like that. And then I'm going to draw the rest of it, and I'm going to cut it off about right there because her hair is going to start to take care of the rest of that. Okay, so I'm switching back over to a big fat Sharpie now, and I kind of drew the shape of where I'm going to go, so I'm just going to kind of follow up and do like this to where that is, and I'm just going to kind of bring it around like that, and eventually I want to come to here. So I just got to think that through whenever I'm drawing this, and I'm kind of eyeballing it. Okay, something like that, and it doesn't have to be exact. If I don't get the same amount over here, no big deal. Don't worry about it. This is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between, right? Okay, so now same thing. I'm going to come over here. And I've got it at a kind of different angle, so I kind of have to remember that while I'm drawing. And that's just the way I drew it. The way it's facing you versus it's at an angle like that. So it changes shape just a hair. And there we go. Let's just do that. That looks good. Okay, so let's draw her hair. Well, you know what? Let's draw her neck to her shirt. Okay, and her shirt's going to come around like that. Then we're going to draw the back of her neck up like this, which will be the hair that I wanted to draw. I'm going to bring it down like this. And same thing, I'm going to draw her hair, her shirt. It's going to come like that. And her hair is just kind of do like one of those. Okay, you know what? This line looks a little thin, so I'm going to thicken it up like that just to make it fit with the rest. And see what I'm saying? How some of it, thick versus thin, looks kind of odd. That's why I want to play around with those. Okay, so now we just got to draw the rest of her body. And so she has like this half shirt that's kind of got big poofy sleeves. So we're gonna have some fun with that. So let's draw the front of her chest down to the bottom of her shirt. Same thing here. We're gonna draw the back of her to the bottom of her shirt. I'm gonna connect it, and then I'm gonna have some fun with the sleeves. So I've got the basic drawings of where her ends are going to be. So now I'm just going to have a little fun with a little poof, a little something like that. You can see I drew her arms, and now I just got to remember her arms are in here. I'm just having fun with some big poofy shirt. Same thing here. I'm just going to... I don't like the way that looks, so I'm going to redraw that. So I'm just going to kind of do something like this. A little fun, a little poofy, you know? Something like that. So now our hands are going to be out like this, and I've kind of sketched out how I want them to be. So all I got to do is draw the thumb like this, up to the knuckle, because she's got gloves on. So that'll give me start and stop points. Okay? So I'm going to draw her finger like that. I'm going to draw another finger up like that. Down. Let's just draw her pinky down like that. Okay? Same thing over here. This one is more at you like that than at a side. So I'm going to draw the top of the hand to the finger. And then the thumb is going to be something like that. And that's just because it's facing you more than the rest. Okay, so I'm going to draw one finger up like that. Draw another one like this. And then the other ones are kind of behind it, so I don't have to worry too much about the details. So same thing, it's up like that. So same thing, like that for the pinky, okay? Close that off for the glove. And so now we just got to draw the rest of her legs. And like I said, because that's pretty much a legging, all we got to do is draw the shape of her body. I'm going to bring it down to about right there. And then I'll draw her sweats. And I just want to define just a different edge from her skin. So now I'm just going to follow the contours of her body. Going to follow the leg like this, down to the knee, to the leg like that, the ankle, I guess. Same thing, I'm going to bring this leg in to the knee. And I already sketched it out, so that's how I know the shape of where I'm going with this. Okay, so the same thing, front of the leg to the knee, down to her ankle, to the back of her leg, like that, okay? So now I'm going to draw her shoes, and she's got like this cool looking poofy shoes. So I'm going to poof it like that, poof another one like that, poof one like this, and then one more like that because it's facing right at you. So I'll show you what I'm doing over here. So one big poof, another big poof, back of the poof, and then I'm going to do these front ones like this. Okay, so that's like the front poofs I was talking about. And there's a couple more down here like that. And I'm kind of following the shape of the shoe. That's how I know how to put them. Okay, so now I can draw the rest of the shoe. So the toe is going to come down like this. It's going to come up like this. And there's a heel. That's why I'm kind of making this look a little different. There you go. And there's the bottom of the sole. Okay, so the same thing here. We're just going to draw like the front toe to that cool heel. Cut it off like that. And that should be the edge of the toe. So the rest of it I'm going to take care of with color. So as far as the hard edges go, that is Sunbird. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used. Or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.